The Fountain. In these back rooms, in Wales, in thought, without a sound, without a breath, the ticking clock upon the stair, tick-tock, tick, until death. The hanging plates and jugs there are in every room, both near and far. Across the bay to Aberystwyth sail the boats upon a wave. Charming through this silence is the decorated underwear, the undertaken underlay, undying hope, and carpets stored beneath the stair. Mock pewter mocking each detail writ large upon a golden door, the Western mail, it never fails to raise some laughter from the dead, to arrive. In these back rooms connected through to gardens still, which steeply climb the hill toward a slate-drawn, tossed and moving sky, echo the cries of children, here down the alley. It is dawn. A ship there is, gradually o'er horizon pointed, steep as steeples, little church in vain or hope or manor, weather cast in iron, in bronze, with leather straps. Booted up she comes, the captain's cry. Upon deck all, for there she is, concentrated, coming up, she, written is, with folded sail towards the pier, now sailing in, and gulls bark, dogs cry, and cats howl, as if at the moon. What will she bring? What little watch for Jeremy lies still neath covers, for Josephine? Perhaps aboard bent system of explosion. Suddenly she goes down. Not yet. Still steady sailing, in she comes, in thoughts as though in dreams, a calm sea, a beautiful horizon. Poems written by hard-boiled poets at harbour wall, written in whiskey caked in bloods, small, still, shrill laughs, laughing in silent streets of Wexford on the other shore, a ship of fools sent from abroad, a cargo of words. At last, in she sails, beneath the harbour walls, its agricultural population, with penguins for a lookout, polar bears and mice to man the deck, laden down with industry spoils, with poems and songs. Just keep writing. For still they are, these images mean nothing. Little Emily is first alongside in her tiny dinghy, her tiny oars strapped on with leather, laden down with lace and luxury items made by her fair hand. She keeps enough for herself. These rude animals, they are not wanting lace. First to unload, the punctuation, it's very important. Splish, splashing through the beer-soaked, always promising, always hungry sand between your toes. There they are, stacked along the shoreline next to crabs, all up the quay complaining, now about to die. Boiled, then frozen, shipped out by lorry, driven by cousins, spoken off, kindly, cosy, knitted apron on, not fussing, but fussy, all the same, lobsters one and all. Then at dusk a bell tolls, each one to their beds. Home they trudge, now the boat in port, still harbour, waiting to unload. The passengers ashore, each laughing at each other, then to themselves, with their stories, their version of events. The alphabet, the cargo, to be left until tomorrow. It is in the harbour there, that night, the golden-masted creaking ship, the Fountain, whose task it was to deliver from o'er the seas new verses from which to be written, did slowly sink. A soggy, slow subsidence it was, and little Emily did gather up whate'er she could to sew to patchwork blankets for the old. Her best embroidery, clashing colours, new ideas and consonants, the vowels all missing. How town did weep, the sorry sight of a mast peeping from beneath the waves. Down with Davy Jacob now, the hill bright moon bites into the church spire, the cats cry out, all the cargo drifting out, some in cases, some loose, now into the bay, spelling out disaster and confusion, now creaking mattresses, stretches and sighs, as into the world press these people now sober. To see that morning jumbled cargoes, ampersand's, floating debris, each word a new one, not spelt by poets, but by chaos or God, and Jeremy Jones catches each one of the exclamation marks in his net, for they fascinate him. Then Jennifer and Josephine skip up a hill onto a cloud to survey the words newly spelt upon the bay, as if to read from heaven. Butchers and farmers everywhere now lead their trades to stare upon the spectacle, cardboard floating, soft as cereal. The church bell soft and steeply chimes, as if to climb the naked hills, now scenery. Listen. Silence. Listen again, the sound of central heating rattles. The neighbours are awake, with their new underwear from Paris, a night out on the town, a leg of lamb. Sunday. And so to church each one drifts up hills to gate, wrought iron stiffly wrought open into cemetery, now dead, gone to die, to live while living, now awake, the listen and now asleep, and in his bed the grumblings of old Jack are heard. I shall skip chapel today. Children coming down from clouds into their beds, each one comforted by hot water bottles, blistering through fingers, heat the hands. There is comfort, so important in a comfortless age. Sorry to leave the fountain, now in harbour, settling into sand.